like lifers in a long haul. Bar, my life rocking mics, I raised the bar. Phased them, dazed them, and blazed them all. Scar, come on with it. Me and you getting it on, don't even go there. Come on with it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. Fellas, it seems like so much goes into being successful at the professional level. I want to ask a more general question. What was the key to your success as a player and as a champion?
You know what? Most people would say you would start at the top, but I'll start where it began. Wilmot Benjamin, Tom Donahue, coaches who've helped me at my AAU early stages out, then going to the late, great Jack.
"2K Sports" checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Utah, downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, the home of the Jazz, Energy Solutions Arena. This game will wrap up the homestand here for the Jazz. They're hungry for wins and have to look at this as a great chance facing another struggling team. We'll see if they can seize the opportunity.
And seeing where Utah is, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yeah, you know, Greg, it's been a shame for their fan base, too, because they haven't really had much to be optimistic about to this point.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Jabari Parker is out there with Towns. Then there's Bradley. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Baylor in at the 3 spot. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Suns on defense. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, you're right. I mean, there were a lot of turnovers in that game, some caused by their good defensive play, but some were just carelessness.
Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Now, here's Baylor. He had 22 points in the win against Milwaukee. Bradley passes to Parker. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. The Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's West with the drive. That one goes. Count it. West has got his first 2 points of the night.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Parker against Hill. Shoots from the baseline. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to the Nuggets.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
And, guys, you've seen it happen to every team. You have to be a threat from beyond the arc nowadays, and if your team goes cold, it really can sabotage your game.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
West kicks to Hill. Pass to Maravich. Pick up by Hill. Dishes it to Gallinari. Feeds it to Hill. Shot clock at 6. Maravich kicks to Johnson. Oh, that's blocked. Now here's Bledsoe. 11 points last game. Here's Baylor. Another 3 for Phoenix.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
West kicks to Hill. Jazz passing it around. Johnson the screen. Maravich dishes to Johnson. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Parker, a screen on Maravich. Bradley, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jazz have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Maravich can't get it to fall. Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Outside Bradley. Parker, a screen on West. And it's Bradley off the drive. Releases from 15. Can't get it to go. The Jazz go the other way with it. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the head coach for the Suns. He knows they've got to really dig in defensively, facing a very talented offense. He said if you let them get going, they can run off a big lead and really put you behind the 8 ball. We've got to be disciplined, work together, and be prepared to make second, third, and fourth efforts. Whatever it takes to get a stop, that's what we'll have to do. Kevin, we'll see if they can get a win in this, their first matchup of the season.
Thanks, Doris. That's a potent offense they're up against right now, and they know it.
And that's why they've got to be ultra-focused at the defensive end right from the tip.
And I have no doubts that they will be. As bluntly as Coach put it to Doris, I'm sure he was even more blunt when he was talking to his guys.
And Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Bledsoe outside. Parker drives in. Rebound, Utah.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really 2 different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
Now Bradley. Jerry West missing from long range. No good.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Maravich against Bledsoe. From 12 feet out. That one off the back iron and out.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them. Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
Maravich, good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Bledsoe kicks to Parker. Gallinari against Baylor. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
That free throw good from Baylor.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving 2, brought back 1 as well.
And so Baylor nails both of them.
When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you, because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Here's West. 17 points for him last game against Denver.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Now here's Johnson. He kicks to Maravich. He's looking for West and finds him. Hill, a screen on Bledsoe. 4 on the clock. Fires from deep. Phoenix grabs the miss.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on him like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past.
Here's West after Eric Bledsoe's score. Johnson, the pass to Hill. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Suns leading by 3. Baylor with the ball. West picks him up. Baylor drives in. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Baylor's got 7.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Johnson with a screen on Bradley. Here's West. Pass to Hill. A baseline J. Again missing Hill. Suns have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Bradley kicks to Bledsoe. Kept alive. Here's Towns. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Johnson sends the screen for West. Johnson left side, looking to end the run. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jerry West. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night. The Suns leading. Bledsoe dishes to Parker. Right side Baylor. There's the 3. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Bradley against Maravich. Score of the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage. Look at Eric Bledsoe. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. Averaging about 11 points, 11 assists, and 3 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And the Suns making a change here. Laverne, he's checked in for Towns. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Parker. Evan Fournier's checked in for Bradley. And it's Moutier in for Eric Bledsoe.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Hood can't get it to go.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Off the pick. Moutier, no good. Jazz trail by 8. There's a screen by Gortat. To the inside, Johnson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Phoenix.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And we all know Utah is a very young team. Last year, only the 76ers were younger. Still very competitive given the age and the lack of experience from this group.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Baylor. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Clark, an interesting fact about the Jazz and their age last year. At one point, they didn't even have the oldest starting five in the state of Utah. Now think of this. The starting five of BYU, Greg and I were just talking about this, had an older average than Utah did.
Yeah, amazing. You look at the ages of Exum and Gobert and Favors. Makes sense that would be the case.
And Utah has possession. Phoenix able to drain the three. Here's Hood, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
The Jazz making a switch here. Teletovic is checked in. For Utah, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs if they were in the East.
And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Suns lead by 9. Takes a three. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight.
And, you know, for the Jazz, you mentioned their post-All-Star break surge. I mean, that 19-10 record they had after the break was good enough for 6th best in the league.
Here's Fournier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. O'Quinn. Teletovic grabs the board. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. There's a screen by Gortat. Sprewell, the pass to Gortat. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Now just a 4-point Suns lead.
And really the Jazz were a team nobody wanted to play after the break. They were over 500 against the rest of the West and had some big wins over playoff teams in the process.
The Jazz shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Gortat with the screen for West. There's a screen by Gortat. Hood kicks to Gortat from 13. The shot will not go. So Phoenix will take it the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Here's Sprewell looking for his first basket still in this one. The pass to Hood. Shoots. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does it for the first quarter.
Yeah.
Suns lead by 6. And don't go away.
Yeah.
We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. Ay. Yeah. Ay. Yeah.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
Suns leading by 6. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Festus Ezeli, Mirza Teletovic out there with Gallinari. Then there's Maravich, and it's Hood in at the point. Now, here is Maravich, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. Baseline try, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
And so here's Phoenix. Pete Maravich misses his last shot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Towns, no luck.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Now, here is Gallinari. D right on him. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. Took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Johnson, he's checked in for Utah. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Suns. Baylor comes in for Fournier. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Hood gets the bucket.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Gallinari did get better and better over time. And he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
And here is Johnson after Avery Bradley was able to get the triple. Johnson against Parker. Shot clock at 5. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Gallinari.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now, here's Bradley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Parker against Gallinari. Maravich kicks to Gallinari. Back to Maravich. Baylor with the steal. Outside Bradley. The feed to Mudiay. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Maravich. Hood kicks to Maravich. There's the lob to the hoop. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Kevin, and looking back over the last month, let's check out how Phoenix stacked up. First in steals, first in free throw percentage, and they also show up as a team in the top 5 in scoring. Boy, this team is balanced and versatile offensively.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Now here's Johnson. 11 points for him in that last game against Denver.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Maravich. Another miss by Utah.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Utah with the ball after the missed 3 from Elgin Baylor. Gallinari with it. 9-point game his last outing. Outside Maravich. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. And then for Phoenix, Morris checked in for Bradley. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Mudiay.
And guys, as many rookies do, Rodney Hood hit some major bumps in the road last season. I mean, he came in with the reputation of having an NBA-ready jumper, yet only hit 41% of his shots. He had that foot injury that kept him out for a string of games. However, it really all came together for him in April, the last month of the season.
Now, here is Maravich, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. On the wing, Johnson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both.
And one thing that Phoenix had for them last season was depth. A very good bench, and they provided a good scoring punch when called upon.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 5.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Johnson dishes to Hood. Nice ball movement by Utah. Maravich, the pass to Hood. Shot clock at 6. Pick up by Hill. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got the game tied up here for the Jazz. Well, Phoenix did have a strong bench, best scoring bench in the NBA in terms, Clark, of points per minute played.
Yeah, and you know, it really helped them, that bench strength, keep the pace of the game up. They were 3rd in the league in fast break points last year.
So it's Utah now, following the three-point attempt by Eric Bledsoe. Johnson the screen, to the paint, got a piece of it. Towns with the steal. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 7 points.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Now, here is Maravich. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Denver. And it's good. And it's 9 points for Johnson. Phoenix has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Bledsoe kicks to Towns. It's stolen by Hill. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Here's Maravich. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. He's got 8.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
West is checked in for Utah. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for the Suns. Here's Moore. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Bledsoe outside. They set the pick. He feeds it to O'Quinn. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. O'Quinn's got 6. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. And here's Maravich. He's got 8. Down low. And Hill throws it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Parker. 5 points in the game. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws. And for Parker, he could have been in the Rookie of the Year running with this play, scoring just over 12 points a game and shooting almost 50% before the injury ended his season.
And even in the short glimpses of last season, you could see that Parker was the real deal. I mean, he had no problem finding ways to score. And even with his injury setback, he should be a great player for years to come.
The Suns making a switch here. Laverne's checked in. Both free throws good from Gortat. Phoenix had a season of heartbreak last year. So many losses for them on last-second shots, late-game losses, Greg, buzzer beaters.
Yeah, it's sad if you're a Phoenix fan. How many times this team lost at the buzzer? Just close games in general. Of their 42 losses, how about 18 were by 5 points or less?
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle, spreading it around.
Maravich dishes to Hill. There's a screen by Gortat. Bledsoe against West. Hits Maravich on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. High arcing shot. He lays it in. Maravich has got 10 points.
You know, trying to think back on all of the last-second losses for the Suns last year, guys. Heck, the Clippers, Milwaukee, Houston, the Grizzlies, Kings, and Warriors. Ouch.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
There's a screen by Gortat. West passes to Gortat. They get it back. West can't hit.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Bledsoe against Maravich. Bledsoe kicks to Laverne. Kick out to Moore. There's the triple. Gortat comes up with the rebound. Gortat's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And, you know, what is worse for the Suns in last year's buzzer beaters? A lot of them were from big men. Griffin hits a 3. Cousins hits a deep 2. Big men hitting big shots against them. At least they know it can't be as bad this year.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Maravich against Moore. At the top of the key, O'Quinn. Bledsoe left side. West with some nice D.
Well, after the good move to get down the lane, he found a whole lot of traffic and congestion in there.
Back to Maravich. Picked by West. This one for 3. Here's Hill. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts. Got to give the Jazz credit, guys. I mean, last year they really attacked the offensive glass. They got a lot of extra chances because of how they would pursue offensive rebound.
And the Jazz making a change here. Jeletovic is checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Fournier comes in for E'Twaun Moore. And it's Moutier in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here's O'Quinn. He has 6. Passes to Hollis Jefferson. Out to the right wing. Here's Fournier. Maravich defending. Phoenix no good that time either. Well, the Jazz very tenacious on the offensive glass last season. In terms, Greg, of percentages, they grabbed the highest percentage of offensive rebounds.
And that's where I like to focus. It's not the same as total offensive rebounds, but given how slow the Jazz played in terms of possessions per game, that's a really positive sign. Bottom line, the Jazz would consistently create second-chance scoring opportunities with their relentless rebounding.
2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Maravich. Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
Maravich hits them both.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
Now, here's Moutier. His last outing, he had 8 points. Moutier's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And let's take a second to recognize the rookies who have been doing a terrific job distributing the basketball this past month. Fourth, Emmanuel Mudiay.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Greg, he's a fantastic facilitator. I mean, just makes everyone around him better with the willingness to play unselfishly. Well, it's been a great month for him.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Utah had a great home court advantage last year here. This crowd knows how to get into an opponent's head.
Kevin, that they do. It's a big part of why the Jazz were able to eke out over 500 last season at home. Ended up 21-20 by winning 4 of their last 5 home games.
Bradley's checked in for the Suns. And so Quinn nails both of them.
And you know, with Utah's play at home, they played in a very jazzy way. Oh, no pun intended. And by that I mean grinding it out. They were really strong on the glass as they were second in the league in rebounding differential at home.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And the Jazz lead by 7.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Now Mudiay, 5 points in the game. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now here's West. 6 points for him. Gets it off. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And we've reached halftime in this one. Jazz out in front, leading by 7. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and it's the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
Well, it's never easy to play on the road, and the score reflects that. Just doesn't seem like they're well prepared for this matchup. Every time they tried to make a run, they got derailed. I think to refocus their efforts in the second half, they're going to need to play with a lot more determination for a chance to win this.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the 3rd quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Looking at the game Maravich has been having, he's got 14 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level.
Suns trail by 7. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Baylor is out there with Parker. Then there's Towns. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Bradley in at the 2 spot. Now here's Parker. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That's his second.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Well, taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down, Greg. Started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Pick up by Hill. West kicks to Johnson. That ball's nice feed that time from Jerry West. West has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Suns trail by 6. Outside Baylor. Bledsoe left side. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Baylor drives in, and it's sent back by Hill.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
West with the ball, now guarded by Bledsoe. Lets a floater go. They get it again, and he gets it to go. And it's an 8-point Jazz lead.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Bradley against Maravich. No good off the front iron.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Johnson attacking. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Johnson's got 13 points.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Looking to get back on track here, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
One thing about Eric Bledsoe, he made it clear he wanted to be paid like an upper-tier player, and that led to quite a negotiation between he and the Suns last year. Ultimately, the two sides agreed to a 5-year, $70 million deal.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Talking about Eric Bledsoe's contract, many insiders felt like it was too much for a sporadic talent. We knew that he was the good backup in Los Angeles with the Clippers and going to Phoenix in a more prominent role. You know, but he went on to have a dynamic season, proving that, you know, Greg, and you know this position so well, he has the ability to be one of the best league's combo guards, I think.
I agree. I mean, consistency will tell the tale when it comes to Bledsoe. I mean, the rebounds and assists, the averages were up last year, but his shooting percentages were down. So is Bledsoe a near max level player? Only time will tell. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Baylor. Phoenix, no good that time either. Jazz leading by 9. Maravich dishes to West. Johnson against Baylor. Johnson, the pass to Hill. Johnson the screen. Clock at 6. that one wide left. Suns trail by 9. Towns sets the pick for Bledsoe. Jumper off the screen, and the shot is good. Bledsoe's got 11.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists, those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder was saying to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Johnson. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Johnson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 15 points. And talking about Eric Bledsoe, he took on a lot more responsibility last season, Greg, especially after the trades in Phoenix. He became the main focal point of their offense.
And you know what? It was his first year of kind of being the man. Signed a big contract coming into the season, and now there's a responsibility that goes with being the go-to guy. Eric has the talent to shine, though, in that role.
That's good. And now it's an 11-point Jazz lead.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Now here's Parker. He's got 7, 13 feet away. And the Suns miss again. Utah leading by 11. West outside. He dishes it to Johnson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Johnson. He has 9 rebounds, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
Rodney Hood's checked in for Maravich. And a change for the Suns. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Avery Bradley. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Ezeli's checked in for Utah.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Johnson. And the shot no good, a bit short.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Lets it go from 14. Baylor can't get that one to fall. Utah leading by 13. West, right side. A beautiful reverse layup. West has got 8.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 11. Baylor can't get that one to fall.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Here's West. West missing again.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Baylor kicks to Parker, and the rejection by Ezeli. West dishes to Ezeli. Kicks it to Johnson. West with a wide open look. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Suns trail by 18.
All right, fans, I want everyone here to get on up on your seats and make some noise for your Jazz Dancers.
And before you now are the rookies on a roll. The hottest shooters in the last 10 games. Karl Anthony Towns, 4th. Morris checked in for the Suns. Moutier comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And Moore kicks to Moutier. Baylor with the ball. He's against Ezeli, and that's going to be a travel.
A moment now to see the numbers for Johnson. Averaging about 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy. All elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
Here's West. 11 points in the game. Johnson's shot is off. West against Moore. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. They set the pick. Back to Moore. Shot to stop the drought. Towns, no luck.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Here's Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jerry West. And that's 23 points for Johnson.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And Gallinari kicks to Ezeli. Inside. Gallinari passes to Johnson. And it's off the back rim. No good. Well, what a second half of the season it was for the Jazz. After the All-Star break, they went on a rampage.
And the catalyst for that was the defense. I mean, very few opponents got to triple digits against the Jazz after the All-Star break.
And for the Jazz and their defense post-All-Star break, it helped them in their big second half run. How about a .422 field goal percentage against after the break?
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops.
And, you know, you were talking about the field goal percentage against for the Jazz. It was the 3rd best in the league after the All-Star break. That's field goal percentage defense. They allowed the fewest points in the NBA after the break as well.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Laverne, he's checked in for Towns. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Baylor. And Fournier subbed in for E'Twaun Moore. He's perfect from the line this time.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Hood gets the bucket.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
They set the screen. Moutier dishes to O'Quinn. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Pass to Sprewell. Three-pointer. But they get it back. And Gortat kicks to Hood. The dish to Ezeli. Feeds to West. Goes back up. Phoenix grabs the miss.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
Laverne down low. He's against Ezeli, and that one's good.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Jazz leading by 17. West kicks to Ezeli. There's the screen. Here's Sprewell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the layup falls. He's got 5.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Buries it from three-point range.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
To the paint. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Ezeli's got his first bucket in this one.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Moutier pass to O'Quinn. Another 3 for Phoenix.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Utah has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Now, here is Gortat. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Moutier. Offline with his 3. Jazz leading by 17. And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back. Late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws. A testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
A different look for Utah. Hill, he's checked in for Ezeli, and it's Maravich in for Hood. And the Suns making a change here as well. Bradley's checked in. Suns trail by 17. Moutier kicks to Fournier. Here's O'Quinn, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And guys, with the Suns last year, you know, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. And the Suns were right at the top in terms of pace of play.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. Well, as our listeners and our viewers know, we love analytics, and pace is how many possessions you see during an average game. The Suns were close, Clark, to 100.
Yeah, only the Rockets and Warriors played at a higher pace than the Suns did, Kevin. And pushing the pace is really when they were most effective.
And the second free throw, good.
So far in the game for O'Quinn, he has 14 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Now, here is Maravich. 14 points for him. And here's West from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Maravich. Maravich has got assist number 8 here in this one already. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Moutier kicks to O'Quinn. It's stolen by Hill. And now, running up the court, West pushing it up. Got a piece of it. To the middle. And Bradley gets it to go. Bradley's got 8 points.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Dishes it to Gortat. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Gortat with a screen on Bradley. And here's West for three. West missing again. Here's Bradley, and he banks in the layup. He's got 10.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Jazz lead by 15. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Jazz leading by 15. West is out there with Maravich. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Johnson, and it's Hill in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group right now for Utah.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Bledsoe dishes to Bradley. The high post shot. The rebound by the Jazz. Johnson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pick up by Hill. Johnson, the pass to Gallinari. Hill, a screen on Parker. And Gallinari kicks to Maravich. 5 on the clock. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Bledsoe against West. It's stolen by West. Drops in the breakaway layup. West has got 12 points here in the second half. Suns trail by 21. Bledsoe with it. Here's Baylor. Off target with his 3. Towns with the steal.
Oh, wow. Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. West kicks to Hill, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Bledsoe outside. He kicks to Parker. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 9 points for Parker. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. West kicks to Johnson. Picked by West. Johnson dishes to Gallinari. Hill sets the screen for Gallinari. Up top, Maravich. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Bledsoe with it. West picks him up. Here's Parker. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vesting into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Jazz leading by 21. West outside. There's the feed to Maravich.
Suns foul call. That's his first personal foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Jazz.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
And he's good on the second.
Oh, look, league business clearly doing well. Franchises, values are skyrocketing, and a new TV deal kicking in next season as well. It represents the largest expansion of league revenues in history.
Really left alone that time.
Assisted by
Here is Maravich. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Oh, good D, but better O. It's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well said. Well, for the most part, they were just standing still, Clark.
And you know what, Kevin? He's not the most explosive player on the court, but if you give him a clear lane to the basket, he'll punch it on you.
And the NBA's TV deal paying about 3 times as much per year as the previous deal.
And it's changing the math as far as the salary cap and contract negotiations go. For the fans out there, don't get sticker shock. The players expect to share in these revenues.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Phoenix grabs the miss. Parker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bledsoe outside. Unloads from 13. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And here is West. Johnson goes in. 13 feet away. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
They set the pick. Here's Bledsoe. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
West kicks to Johnson. He feeds it to Gallinari. Hill, a screen on Baylor. Here's Johnson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. Big men get the blocks and clog up the paint, but before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to bigs.
Last year, we saw Kawhi Leonard win the Defensive Player of the Year award. Draymond Green was runner-up, and although he was a power forward, I thought, Clark, he was defending on the perimeter quite a bit.
Yeah, he was. And, you know, it's only the 8th time out of 33 Defensive Player of the Year awards that's not been given to a big guy. So, well earned by Kawhi Leonard, and Draymond Green very easily could have won the award, too.
But they'll get another chance. Bradley kicks to Parker. And another shot. And it's good on the layup. Parker's got 6 in the quarter.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Now Maravich. Johnson with a screen on Bradley. Maravich kicks to Hill. And the powerful one-handed slam.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Parker sets the screen for Bledsoe. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Maravich the pass to Hill. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce? Bounce to the ounce? Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Now here's Bledsoe. Passes it to Towns. Hill pulls it in. Jazz leading by 23. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Gallinari. Hill sets the screen for Gallinari. 6 to shoot. And West now top of the key. Top of the key jumper, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Parker, a screen on West. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Drops in the tray. Bledsoe's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Johnson right side. Kicks to Gallinari. Pick up by Hill. Gallinari dishes to Johnson. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Johnson's got 26 points.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Pass to Towns. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Larry Johnson picks one up.
And guys, every season there seems to be a player who is at the end of their contract. They'll have talent and they'll be traded to a team looking for an extra piece. It's the ultimate risk-reward move, if you will, in the NBA.
First one falls for him. And trading assets for a player that can walk at the end of the year is the big risk GMs take. And last season, Clark, it happened with the Rondo trade.
And to a lesser extent, the whole Kevin Love deal made prior to the season would fit into that category as well.
The Jazz making a switch here. Gortat's checked in. And Towns drops them both. Jazz leading by 20. West kicks to Johnson. Outside, Maravich. And Parker comes with the help. Johnson attacking. Clock at 6. Lets it go from 14. Got a piece of it. Bradley against Maravich. Bradley passes to Baylor. It's Bradley on the wing. And he dunks it down.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Here's West. Johnson the screen. Pass to Gortat. It's tipped. Baylor drives in. Step back shot. And Jerry West pulls it down. Utah has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Johnson with a screen on Bradley. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
It's Parker with the drive. Towns, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Towns has got 6 in the quarter.
Smooth, guys. Very good job there of getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
And you know, those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes as much as any single play in a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can't allow, if you're the opponent, to have that guy continue to beat you in that manner on the backcourt.
Maravich against Baylor. They get the rebound. Johnson. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Maravich. Drops in the layup for 2. Maravich has got 23.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Jazz.
2 great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Johnson. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Here's Baylor. Out to Parker. Baylor with the ball. Here's Moutier. Nails the 16-footer.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Well, Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Maravich kicks to Gortat. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them, and should be proud of their work tonight.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
The vision he displayed tonight was fantastic. 12 assists came straight out of his hands, and a lot of those were pure room service dimes. If a teammate was cutting into his space, he found them. I think he could play the point for them in a pinch.
I thought this performance he needed to deliver, Ernie. He needed this game. You look at how he's been playing recently, and this was huge for him to come out and have a great night. You can really tell a lot about a player how they break out of a slump. He responded exactly the way he needed to.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.